actual legend in the house, celebrating tonight your 500th game as play-by-play man of St. John's. Minko! How you doing, Mink?
Let's go, Mink.
We miss you, Mink.
Well, I miss being here.
We heard you on the retro show that you did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since you've been in studio here.
It's the last time I was here was the quote-unquote Steve Summers' last program that he did an hour between 1 and 2 in the afternoon.
I remember that.
And I had to come in for that. So that's the last time I've been here.
Did you miss getting here? And I remember you used to do the, Minko hop over here on the subways and walking over here and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course I miss. I mean, I was here for 33 years.
You don't miss the commute,
that I'm talking about the commute, getting over here and taking the trains.
No, the commute, I did a pregame St. John's interview earlier on today and then take the subway and hop off the subway. Actually stepped off, but and hopped up the stairs. Actually walked up, but lumbered my way over here. And you know what? I walk in and I said, "Is this the lobby?" I said, "I don't remember any of this."
Oh, that's right.
Is this
Google
345 Hudson Street?
Right. And by the way, you had to hop on a subway. You couldn't jump in a cab for $9. Come on, reach in the pocket, Mink.
I take the subway
This
too.
is the way I've always done it. And that back in the days when I was here, I'd get off early because Bob Husler was always nice enough
Mr.
to. And then I'd get on the subway and work a full shift and do a St. John's game all in the same day.
What do you love most about doing these games?
It's what I always wanted to do. When I went to Butler, back when I was young, back in 1975, I did Butler basketball games. Now, granted, the program at Butler is not what it is today, but it was such fun for 4 years, and I missed it when I graduated. And I just said to myself, I love doing basketball games. I love doing play-by-play. I hope someday I'll be able to do this full time, and it takes basically 50 years for that to happen. Yeah. And here I am doing what I always wanted to do.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't I think you told me this years ago? So the briefcase that Mink still has, right?
Oh, yeah, I still have it.
Didn't Donnie Walsh give you that with the Pacers back in the day when you were working for the Pacers?
Yeah, 85, 86.
Still has this.
Was my first, I don't want to say legitimate job, but yeah, it's the NBA, so I guess it's legitimate. I was part of the Indiana Pacers broadcast team along with Eddie Doucette and Dick Vitale and Jerry Harkness and Bobby Slick Leonard.
Wow.
And I used to carry my tape recorder and some other things that I had that I would do the games with in like a bag, like a shopping bag. And Donnie Walsh was an assistant coach at that time, along with Mel Daniels. George Irvin was the head coach, and back then there were only 2 assistant coaches.
Yeah, right.
And Davey Craig was the trainer, and that basically was it. And Donnie felt so bad for me with this bag.
I thought you were homeless, probably.
Donnie goes into the office and gets me this briefcase. And I was so thankful and appreciative, and it's never gone.
And he still uses it, Sal.
I'm not surprised at that at all.
85?
What year did you start with St. John's?
Let's see, that would be the next to the last year of Norm Roberts.
I think it was 08. I think your first year was 2008.
Yeah. And you were there before that, BT? You preceded him?
My first year, I believe, was 03, 04, and I did it for maybe 5 years, and then they went from the station I was on. They came to WFAN for a couple of years, and Chernoff said, "We can't have that guy on the other station doing the games." Chernoff taking money out of my pocket even then.
And then, because I remember you more, I grew up listening to Mike and the Mad Dog, and that's how I knew of the Mink Man. Is the Mink Man. And you did Army. And remember, you took us up, me, Eddie Erickson, Bob Husler, we went to see you. Bob actually took us up there. We went to see you do a game at Mikey Stadium. It was my first and only time there. But I remember you being the voice of Army, and now you've done a nice job becoming the voice of the Johnnies.
Oh, and I enjoy it. And like I said, it's the only thing I do now, and it's the only thing I want to do now. And that's, I waited a long time for something like that.
That's awesome.
You still talk to, Steve, Mike, Dog, Husler, regularly?
Summers and Husler, regularly.
Email or phone? What's that like?
Text.
Telegraph.
Mostly,
with Steve, you can't even get in touch
text, with him. You're exactly right.
Steve
Summers
is email.
Tough.
Yeah.
Summers is tough. He's tough.
What about Mike?
I've talked to Mike. I've got his number.
On the phone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I mean, we could say, you know. I mean,
No, I've talked to Mike on the phone.
Mick, what was tougher, or what is tougher? Now, Rick's here, and things are going to eventually, become awesome for us as St. John's people.
Yeah, you better get going here.
Yeah,
You're talking a big game. They've been getting,
It'd be nice to lose and the Schneid tonight. Right? They do need a win. But and we've had some bad teams, man. We've had some fun ones. You and I have called some rough seasons where St. John's is down by 20. Early second half, getting waxed, or having Francesa berate you on air? What's more uncomfortable? What's worse for you?
I love doing games. and you know what? The berating, and and I went through that all with Imus.
Oh, yeah.
But that's a
and all
different
that.
level, right? With Imus berating you? Like, did Mike really get you like that?
You know what, though? Imus, his berating is basically, to me, the key to longevity for me. And the reason why is I'm filling in on the Imus program for Mike Breen, and I went a little long talking, and after I got done, I was over by the water cooler with the gnats and everything else we had down there in Astoria. See, and I always use this line, we worked in the only place where you had to walk upstairs to get to the basement.
Yeah, right.
That gives you an idea of what it was. And Imus is coming over to me. And I said, this cannot be good.
Oh.
And he goes, in these words, tell the people what they need to know and shut up.
It sounds like a jerk. Let's be honest.
And that's why the updates were always to the point.
Yep.
That's why.
I'll talk to Sally.
That's why a lot of times there were no verbs.
Oh my God.
There were no verbs.
Oh, Minko,
I
get
didn't
the
have
hell out of
time
here.
for
I'll
complete.
put a bullet in your head.
I didn't have time for complete sentences.
Why was everybody scared of him? Did anybody have the balls to say, "Dude, keep"? Why
No.
don't you keep walking?
Are you out of your mind? They had when I was during the internship, and Mink, you probably are aware of this too, like the way that we were told. They were saying certain things like you can't do this, can't do that, and don't make eye contact with
That's
Imus.
right.
That is pathetic.
Make
Don't
absolutely
eye
no
contact. What the hell is
eye
he
contact.
That was what they
with
used to
Imus.
tell the interns,
I
and
understand.
then
And the other one they told the interns, there were three things they turned the interns. The Imus thing was third. The first thing was don't be too chatty.
Right.
And
Heard that.
And the second one is don't eat Mike's food.
that might have been after the egg roll incident.
That is the egg roll.
Well, I was there before the egg roll incident.
Okay.
An intern once. You heard this story?
I don't know this one.
Oh, dude.
Who's the intern? Do we know him?
Yeah, Jeff Barr. His name will live on in infamy because so there used to be like a community, like people would leave food on top of this area. And, people come get it, whatever engineering come out, other people. And it was a spot where just, if you had extra food, you'd bring it in there. But Mike was in between breaks and left like an egg roll on the table. This intern got up and ate it. Yeah. Mike comes out after a segment. Where's my egg roll? And we're all like, oh.
He did it. He ate it.
Yeah, and this kid Jeff Barr did it. It's not the worst thing you could do, but not good. But that was nothing compared to like the Imus. Imus used to walk around with a gun in his
I know
holster.
he did. I know. But
I don't want to talk
but
to you.
this is what I don't get. And Sal, you were there as well. I was there with the promotions for a year, but you guys were in the trenches down there. So I don't really have to deal with Imus.
Trenches.
Yeah, I know. They got enough to deal with Imus. But like, it's one thing, don't talk to him or don't ask for autographs with certain people. I get that. When you have to tell somebody, don't make eye contact with somebody. Who is that somebody that he's not even with us?
Well,
so
they say that now about Boomer.
What are we
you
doing
can't,
here?
You can't
Come
make
on,
eye
man.
contact with Boomer.
How
That's the
miserable
word.
are you that you can't even make eye contact with the guy?
No, he was. And then you
weak.
filled in. You did. Didn't you do little mornings with Mink or something like that? Mink in the mornings. Or?
We don't need to go back to that.
Oh,
Wait, you had your own show?
It was
Did
called
you
the
make?
Mink Morning Zoo. You see,
It's a Mink morning zoo. Who came up with that idea? No offense, Mink. Who came up with that idea?
You know what? I don't know. It wasn't me.
The Mink morning. That wasn't Chernoff either. That was before him.
No, this was way before.
Yeah,
Chernoff.
okay, I was
This
What year? Like 88?
What basically it was is
Mink morning.
for those
That's
that are
crazy
for those
name.
that are desperate. I go in as a trivia question. Who filled in for 3 weeks between Greg Gumbel and Imus? And Mark Mason did not want to put Ed and Mike in there. He didn't want to disturb the middays and the afternoons and the nights. So he asked me.
I love
the
it.
Mink
That's
Morning
great,
Zoo.
Mink. Hey, that's history right there. I love it.
Do you have any raunchy bits? I can't imagine Mink doing
Oh, we
anything.
have a couple of bits.
You,
yeah.
but I'm saying,
And it's in this computer here.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
I
we
gotta
gotta
find
look,
those
look
someday.
I'm sure they were real raunchy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's not
Raunchy.
just Minko's 500th game tonight.
He's the
Also a
best.
special day. Dove's birthday
Dove!
today. Happy birthday, Dove. Look, we're going old school FAN. Did you know that, Mink? Dove's birthday today.
I knew that. But the thing, this is what you don't know. It's the first of 2 birthdays this year for Dove.
Well, because of the Hebrew birthday as well,
That's right.
correct?
And
Yes.
how old are you, Dove?
59. About 150.
59. Ooh, big one.
Mink.
Oh,
Mink.
Mink
Well,
with the
if,
shot.
if you count the 2 birthdays,
150.
Well, how old are you, Mink? Can you say?
71.
All right, there you go.
And how old are you, Dove, today?
59.
God bless you. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
We knew we were purposely saving it for when Mink came in so we could say it
Yeah,
old
little
school
old
style.
school FAN. So you guys, nobody knows the history more of the fan than Minko.
No, but they
And Dove's
forget
been here
everything.
forever.
Every time I ask Dove something about the old days, he's like, I don't remember. I'm like, you were here. How do you
Yeah.
not remember?
He was here. He was here before it was WFAN.
It was on 1050, you mean? The
Yeah,
Country
he was
Western?
here at WHN.
We got Cowboy Kramer coming up next here, the 10 o'clock hour.
Was
Little
Dove a part of the
Rhinestone
morning-
Cowboy for you.
The Mink Morning Zoo, was he a part of that? Or
No.
he didn't,
No, it was Lou Rufino and
Oh.
Al McCandless.
Oh, Lou's talented.
Yeah, love Lou.
Talented guy. I know Lou. I remember Lou back in the day. Yeah, talented guy.
They ran the Mink Morning Zoo.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
How about this? How about you bring us a dub tonight for number 500? How about that? Let's
Well,
get a win tonight.
we're gonna try and do that.
And in all sincerity, this is the voice.
You saw
I mean,
your
I'm-
picture on the wall out there? We have it. Remember that article in
Yes.
whatever, one of the papers? I think it was
Yeah.
Newsday. Somebody had it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hey,
So hangs on the wall. Hey, Ack, pull him out of
Take
here.
it easy. Ack pulled him out of the chair. We'll be done with him when we're done.
Yeah.